I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Palau.
Mr. President, Excellencies, it is an honor to deliver this statement on behalf of Palau, and we fully align ourselves with the statement made by Samoa on behalf of AOSIS and Tonga on behalf of the Pacific Islands Forum. Mr. President, for centuries, the ocean has been central to Palau's way of life, providing food, economic opportunity, and a strong sense of cultural identity. As a big ocean state, we recognize the need to safeguard this invaluable resource while unlocking its full potential for sustainable development. Our commitment to ocean stewardship was further solidified at COP28, where Palau, alongside our Pacific Island neighbors, launched the Unlocking Blue Prosperity Plan. This landmark initiative, aligned with the Montreal Biodiversity Framework, demonstrates the collective resolve of Pacific Island nations to conserve at least 30% of our land and sea. This bold effort underscores our dedication to biodiversity conservation and economic resilience across the region. Despite these advances, our oceans remain under threat. UNCLOS has been instrumental in empowering nations like Palau to manage our maritime resources sustainably. However, challenges such as illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing persist. IUU not only undermines economic stability, but also jeopardizes marine biodiversity. In addition to IUU fishing, the impacts of climate change, rising sea levels, ocean acidification, and coral bleaching are further eroding the resilience of our oceans. It is crucial that support for capacity building efforts in small island nations, such as ours, are implemented to ensure that we have the resources and expertise to strengthen enforcement and manage our marine resources effectively. We must also focus on fostering sustainable fisheries management practices that contribute to the long-term health and productivity of marine ecosystems. We call on the global community to strengthen enforcement mechanisms, including expanding the use of satellite-based monitoring systems, fostering regional collaboration, and enhancing global governance and accountability to combat IUU fishing and ensure the long-term health of our oceans. As stewards of a vast marine territory, Palau has also prioritized leadership in global ocean governance. We are proud to be the first country to ratify the BBNJ agreement, recognizing its transformative potential for protecting biodiversity in areas beyond national jurisdiction. And in this regard, we urge member states to join us in ratifying the BBNJ agreement, a monumental addition to UNCLOS that strives to improve sustainable use, preservation, and equitable sharing of benefits of marine biodiversity in areas beyond a state's national jurisdiction. The high seas are the tie that binds us and the oceans. They too require a solid governing framework if future solutions for the oceans are to truly be effective. Equally critical is our stance on deep sea mining. Palau has consistently advocated for a moratorium on this activity, grounded in the precautionary principle. Deep sea ecosystems are among the least understood and most fragile on our planet. In Palau's waters, researchers have uncovered unique species and habitats that provide vital ecosystem services. To jeopardize these treasures without robust scientific assessments and enforceable safeguards would be reckless. We call for the reform of the International Seabed Authority to ensure environmental considerations take precedence over economic interests. Plastic pollution is a crisis we face daily. Palau's once pristine beaches are now littered with debris carried across the Pacific. In Kayal, a coral atoll renowned for its natural beauty, a single cleanup effort removed over 1.5 tons of waste from less than 3 kilometers of its coastline. Palau has taken decisive action by banning single-use plastics and reef-toxic sunscreens. However, national efforts alone cannot resolve this global issue. We call on member states to adopt an ambitious and binding plastics treaty that addresses the entire life cycle of plastics and provide support to small nations in tackling this persistent challenge. Mr. President, as Palau assumes the chairmanship of AOSIS, we are prepared to amplify the voices of small island developing states and champion solutions that reflect our collective responsibilities. From advancing sustainable ocean governance to addressing marine pollution, our leadership will be guided by a simple principle. The ocean is not a challenge to overcome, but a shared gift to protect and sustain. Excellencies, the Oceans Omnibus Resolution affirms our commitment to the principles enshrined in UNCLOS and reflects the spirit of multilateralism that is essential to addressing the challenges of our time. Palau stands ready to work with all member states to turn commitments into action, ensuring that the ocean remains a source of life, prosperity, and inspiration for future generations. I thank you.
I thank the distinguished representative of Palau.